Roundtable Financially Speaking with Sean. We have the preeminent Cliff Kelly on the line. He is our guru, our governor of talk radio, and our icon. So we're glad to have him on the line. And then we also have Sean Claiborne, the National Guard veteran, VP of Wintrust Investments, serves as a financial advisor, and America's Heroes Group public policy panelist. His handout. He actually today will be talking about the discussion around disabled veterans, former Trump advisor indicted for fraud over viral border wall GoFundMe campaign. And it's always really disheartening when we talk about people who are doing things that are questionable. It's alleged right now. We have to let due process take its course. But if you can, Sean, give us a picture of what is going on and how this veteran Brian Kolfage actually got involved in this whole process.
Thanks for having me, Doc.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so this is an interesting story. Somewhere between $22 and $25 million were raised for a infamous border wall that we're talking about in the media today. Of steel fencing, more or less, that goes along the southwest border. So Steve Kolfage basically started a GoFundMe campaign, and a website also called We Build the Wall Incorporated. These are both launched by Brian Kolfage. So Kolfage is a disabled Air Force veteran. He lost both his legs and his arm in Operation Iraqi Freedom in 2004. And he teamed up with Steve Bannon, who, of course, of the Trump campaign fame, to start a campaign to raise money to start this border wall. Now, initially, when this border wall was being talked about in the media and social media and things like that, they claimed that they would not use any of the donations for compensation. So Brian Kolfage is accused of skimming off more than $350,000, while his counterpart and alleged co-conspirator Steve Bannon is accused of stealing about $1 million of that money. So out of the $22 to $25 million, they were able to skim off money into their own pockets for their own benefit when they publicized that they would not actually get any kind of compensation. They were actually going to be volunteers. So Kolfage and Bannon, along with other defendants, are charged with conspiracy to commit money laundering and conspiracy to commit wire fraud. And the maximum penalty for those charges each is 20 years in prison each. So specifically in the bylaws of the We Build the Wall Incorporated, it says Mr. Kolfage will take no salary, quote unquote, will take no salary for the performance of his duties as president of the corporation, which in case if this investigation goes its course and he is found guilty, this will be definitely something that will be a black eye against it. GoFundMe pages. And also one thing to keep in mind, this is also another event that has brought into the light the issue of veterans using their cachet as veterans and disabled veterans to raise money, either through fraudulent means or by just using the cachet to try and to pull at the heartstrings of Americans who want to donate to GoFundMe causes. If you go onto the website for GoFundMe, if you search right now, there's about 90,000 web pages dedicated to raising money for veterans causes. Yeah. And some people that are raising these monies are not necessarily veterans. They're claiming to be veterans, but they're not always veterans. Now, Mr. Kolfage, of course, did serve in Iraqi Operation Freedom. However, using the veteran banner, if you will, to raise money is one thing that people are finding despicable and also is kind of rubbing people the wrong way around the world, and not just the United States, but around the world, because people have served in American causes, and to see a disabled veteran to have such publicly used his